Hello my friends, I hope you're having a lovely day, and in today's video I am checking out Puzzle Quest The Legend Returns, because Puzzle Quest came out a whole bunch of years ago, so this is it returning, it's coming to Switch. For those who don't remember or don't know, Puzzle Quest came out on the DS way back in the day. And I believe it came to other platforms after that because Puzzle Quest on the DS was a major hit. It was when the DS was really firing on all cylinders, and this is just the perfect type of game for the DS because it's very focused on, or it's very geared towards portable play. Although, oh, I'm not doing that. You can play it on the TV like I'm doing right now, or docked, as I'm supposed to say. I don't want to do that. I need, okay. Yeah, Puzzle Quest was a huge hit on the DS and spawned basically an entire franchise that's still going to this day. Haha, no! There's been multiple spin-offs and there's been sequels as well, and I don't know that any of them have really captured the magic that the original did, this one. Because the sequels added in new mechanics and I don't want to say they were bad because there were certainly plenty of good sequels and spin-offs, but they just, you know, when you're doing a sequel to a game like this, I guess you're like, well, we got to add in some new things, we got to add in some new hooks and new gameplay mechanics, and sure, okay, but those, you know, alter the experience and you end up with a different feeling. And I think things may have gotten a little too complicated along the way. And it kind of ruined the balance that's in this game. Now this is, you know, outside of visuals and audio, this is a straightforward port of the DS game, so if, I guess it's the most pure experience. Now there were spin-offs like, I believe there was, oh boy, something in outer space. I don't remember what it was. But that was close to the original, but with a different vibe to it, obviously. But yeah, oh, you are doing bad, Spider. This is, in my opinion, the best one, and boy, when this one came out on the DS back in the day, I'm just gonna kill this guy. I sunk so much time into it. Oh my god, I played it so much because it is so addictive. Let me pay attention to what I'm doing here. I'm at a 2. Let's make that a 3. Oh, some of these I gotta bump up. 1 point? Hang on. Oh, I have 2 skill points. Let's bump up the old cunning. I don't even remember what I was saying, but yeah, it's super addictive. And as you can see, it's a little unique because, oh, I got a lot of quests going here. I should pay attention. It is, yes, the gameplay at its very core is a match 3, and I don't know about you, but I've always thought match 3s were super addictive. Like, I find them to be really engaging. There's just something about I guess it's the feeling that, like, well, it's satisfying, like sliding the pieces around and clicking things into place and, you know, making matches. Yeah, that feels good. Plus, on top of that, you know, what you're doing is random. Really, any chance, any game you go into, you have a chance of really particularly losing poorly or doing really well, depending on the moves you make and where things lie. It makes every single battle that you go, every single match 3 game that you go into feel like it could go either way, so I like that. And I still play match 3s to this day. I just really, oh, damn it. I really like the genre a lot. It's just a great, I don't want to say time killer because I'm not like, well, I got nothing to do. I guess I'll play a match 3. Although I have been in situations where I'm like waiting at restaurants and, you know, you're waiting for a table. I'm like, well, let me pull out my phone and I'll play some whatever. So that is the case. But yeah, I've sat down to play match 3s in general before because I really like them. And Puzzle Quest is certainly one of those. So you have the basic match 3 formula, but obviously, as you can see here, it's a little bit different than that because you are battling. It's got a lot of RPG mechanics to it. You're fighting enemies. Right now I'm fighting this giant rat. You can see my health and my spells, and well, let's use one of those spells right now. To attack your enemy or change the tiles on the board or any number of things, and you gain more of those as you go on. and you level up your character and gain access to new abilities, and you can also change weapons to do more damage and spend money at shops. It's like all the RPG trappings you would expect from a traditional RPG, except when you go into battles, instead of like turn-based, menu battling, you're doing match 3 battling, which to tell you the truth, I like more than traditional RPGs, but that's just me. And there's a whole bunch of little quirks in here. As you can see, every time you get a 4 in a row, you get to go again, which is very important because that could be that could be the key to taking out your opponent. And sometimes this is an early battle in the game, but this is one of my favorite things about the game. It provides a really good amount of challenge right off the bat, and I really appreciate that. Now, you could like grind away and certainly make things easier, but you're never like, I feel like in a lot of RPGs you could be like, oh, I'm just gonna grind like crazy and then I'm gonna floor everybody for the next like 3 hours because I'm gonna be so overpowered. And leveling up here will certainly do that for you, but you're still not guaranteed a victory because, things are random depending on how things fly in. Things could change in a matter of a second, so I really like that. Also, the other thing is let's do 2 match 4s. There are battles that are very challenging. I remember getting stuck at certain battles for a while, and that was because of like abilities that the opponent had, as well as just some bad luck on the board. And I was like, well, I guess I have to grind. Now, in regular RPG, I gotta pay attention. Talking and doing this is not good. I lucked out there. I don't like grinding in traditional RPGs because I find it boring. I just get frustrated with the fact that I like have somewhere I want to go or I want to progress through the story, and I'm stuck at this boss, and after like the 10th try and I can't beat him, I'm like, well, I guess I have to go fight enemies I already fought a whole bunch of times in areas I've already been to, and it just bothers me. Ooh. Oh, this guy's dead. He's dead. Let me snipe. Oh, 4 of a kind, come on. Oh, come on! But as I was saying, you get to, well, he's dead now. You get to, your grinding here is by playing more match 3, which is, I find to be a lot more fun than going in to a random battle where you're just like fighting the same 3 or 4 enemies over and over again, and you just, go through the motions. You run through the menus, and you're going to beat them, and there's not going to be any challenge at all, and you're just trying to gain experience. But here, that's not the case. You get more match 3, and I really like that. So I don't, I know a lot of people enjoy RPGs, and I'm not saying I don't enjoy RPGs. I just love the mix of mechanics here for a match 3 and an RPG. It takes out some of my frustrations with RPGs while also keeping in some of the things that I really like. So it's very unique. I am very worried that today's audience is much different than it was for when this originally came out on the DS, because now people see a game like this and are like, oh, more mobile garbage on the Switch, and they're like, oh no. They're like, oh god, that was really bad luck. Oh wait, let's do this. So they're just going to ignore it because they think it's a mobile game, a dime a dozen mobile game that, is just crapped out onto the eShop and isn't worth their time. And that couldn't be further from the truth with Puzzle Quest. It's, like I said, this is the installment that spawned a whole franchise, as well as a whole bunch of imitators as well. And I would love for people to get into this game. Oh boy, this battle is not going well for me. I'd love for people to get into this game and give it a shot because it is so supremely addictive, and it's so, oh, I gotta pay attention. And it's so well made, and it's so much fun, and the core mechanics from when it was originally on the DS are here exactly the same. So it's gonna provide the exact amount of fun I got from it the last time I played, except I guess there's way more replay value because, I remember a little bit about the story here and there, but what I really remember is how much I enjoyed just playing the game in general. So, going back in to replay this, quote-unquote, you're not really, like, replaying something because you're just enjoying, oh no, more match 3 stuff, which is awesome. What do I got here? Does 5 points damage to enemy. Yeah, let's do it. So it's great. Like, that makes the idea of going back that much more enticing to me. Am I gonna do this and screw myself over? No. So yeah, please, if you're unfamiliar with this game, check it out. It is so much fun, especially if you're a portable fan. Oh, this is a close fight. You're gonna have so much fun with the game. I guarantee you're gonna find yourself playing it all the time because it's just a great game that you think you're gonna pick up and play, but you end up playing all the time. So yeah, check it out. Don't skip over this one. I'm gonna try not to die, but I don't think that's gonna happen here. Maybe I'll let this video play out. You can see how this battle ends. It's a close one, but as for today's video, that's it. Thanks for watching, liking, subscribing, and commenting. It's very much appreciated. Also, a huge thank you to the Patreon gang. You supporting me on Patreon allows me to do what I do, the site, the podcast, these videos, everything in between. Oh, hey, I won, look at that. So thank you for your support. If you want to learn more about the Patreon, which is just $1, you can check out the link in the description. But as for today, that's it. And tomorrow's video will be something special, although you can probably guess what it's going to be. So until then, have a lovely day and a lovely evening, and I'll see you in a few short hours.